Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another viewer request video, because the topic of today was requested in the comments of one of my videos. And talking about this, always leave a comment if you want, because I'm interested in what you say about the videos. I might have left something out you want to add, or you have a request like the viewer that asked for today's topic, and there's also a chance that you just can say hi or tell me from where on this wonderful planet you're from, because I know that I have viewers from all over the place. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe. And if you like a video, please give it a thumbs up. That's good for the algorithm. But now I should tell you what the viewer request was. And that was the Rogue Faction store. And there were some questions. And that's why I'm going to do this video today. So greetings to everyone who wants to see that. First of all, you see my meridian here. It's just a thing I just want to mention. It's stuck there. I can't move it. And that is unfortunately something that happened more recently. Usually I can get it free with clearing localization, but this time it didn't work like with so many others, and now I have to wait for support to free it. But as usual, they take their time. But nevertheless, I still have 4 other ships I can work with in the time being. And even yesterday we had Apex event again, and I needed my Stella. And that brings us to the Rogue Faction and the Rogue Faction store. There is a lot of nice stuff in here. Starting from level 27, you can build this Stella. And the viewer who wanted me to make the video also asked, how do I get this Stella? You see on the top left of the Rogue store that there is the Stella Blueprint Reclaim. That is because I already have the Stella and I can scrap it. But if you don't have a Stella yet, you see something else there, and that is a Stella Blueprint Claim. And for this, you need those Eclipse security codes. You have to use those Eclipse security codes to buy Stella blueprints here in the Rogue store. Before I get more into the store, I just answer those questions first. How do you get those security codes? And that is in Eclipse space or in Rogue space. And there I quickly have to go to the other side. When you start, you will probably be around here in this purple region. That is Rogue space, and the same goes up here from the Principium to Exchange Central, etc., and up there. But when you just get started and you have to grind with Saladin or whatever while you don't have a Stella, it is indeed a grind, and you will need quite some time. And you will definitely start here in Leone, most probably. And there you see those exchange transports. And those, as rewards, have those security codes. You see, they don't drop very much, so you really have to grind those to collect them, and it is a grind. That is how you get it via the store. And then when we go back to the store, you exchange them there, where now I have the Stella Blueprint Reclaim. There you can exchange those security codes for Stella blueprints, and you need 100 of them. So you will need some time when you just got started, and when you reach level 27, I would try to collect some of those security codes earlier if you have a ship strong enough to do that, because you will have to grind, and to get some reserves before you get to level 27 might help if you can manage with a VAR class or something to destroy those Eclipse transports. But there's also some nice other stuff in this store later, when you finally have your Stella. The Swindler Stash is not there. That is something you can get later. But you have the research credits, Outlaw Warp tokens. I never buy, honestly, because those systems are always crowded and it won't help you. You can get directives, reputation, and credits here in the store. And for those as well, you need Eclipse security tokens, codes. but they are so easy to get later. You see I've got 13.7 million just from Apex events every Thursday. So once you have a Stella and did some research, that will be really easy. But you have to wait until level 27, as I said. Yeah, so here you get directives for Eclipse Armadas and rogue credits and rogue reputation. This is working like other factions as well. You need to collect reputation but to get more in your store, but it doesn't work by killing hostiles. You have to buy your reputation here. It's still criminals, don't forget that. So, and there you also can get directives for those codes. You can get exchange heist loot when you do Eclipse Armadas later. There you get rogue credits and rogue reputation as well. And you also get uranium. Uranium you need to upgrade your Stella. And you see that I have uncommon, rare, and epic uranium here. That depends on the level of your Stella and what you need of them. And it's dependent on your rogue reputation, what you see here in the store. There's also outlaw recruit, and then you can use Stella particles. You get them from scrapping a Stella to get crystal, gas, or ore. But my reputation is so low that I only can get 3-star, but most of the time I need 4-star, so I never do this. And it's a bit of a waste for Stella particles because you need them a lot for research, and the research is much more important than this stuff you can get there. And you see there are some things I still can't get because I'm still not an outlaw. I still have 1.5 million to go. There's one more mission. There are missions there that you can buy. You have to buy them. You don't get them for free with credits from the store. And there are some other stuffs. I can get interceptor parts, etc. when I reach outlaw. But the missions you can do when you reach the reputation and have enough of those rogue credits to buy them. And they bring some resources and stuff as well. So do the missions. Missions are usually worth it. There are a few in this game that are not worth it, like the mining 5 million pass deal mission or something. The rewards are ridiculous, but just do them and get rid of them. But nevertheless, here are some better ones. And as I said, when you reach level 27, I only quickly go into this because I will make a separate video about the whole research stuff and about the scrapping stuff, because that's important. And so I need to go into a lot of details there. But you get outlaw research as well. And here you can research a lot for your Stella. And first of all, you have to unlock the ability to build your Stella here. That's why I went here now, although it's not the research video. That research you have to do before you get this Stella blueprint stuff in your store. So that's where you have to get. You see, it's not that far in, but you have to do the other researches to get to this one. And so you have to research Stella, research to build the Stella and to get the blueprints for the Stella. So keep that in mind, that you need to get there as early as you can. And after that, there are some special things I'm not going into, but this is one example where, I don't know, it's full, so I can't show you. You need those Stella particles. You have to scrap your Stella for this. You will have to scrap a Stella over and over again to collect these particles to do the research. And the other thing, the outlaw research credits you get in the faction store as well. You've just seen them. But those particles you only get from scrapping your Stella, or later from the Xborg faction store. But there you have to decide, is it worth it spending the Xborg credits on Stella particles, or do I need them for Xborg research again? So that's a decision you have to make, but you will need them, and you will scrap your Stella over and over again. But about the scrapping, I should make a single video as well, because there are a lot of things to think about depending on your level. But I can tell you one thing already. Once you got the Stella via the faction store, yeah, first the research, and then here in the faction store you can get the blueprints. Once you got 100 blueprints here from the faction store, then start getting a second Stella during those big events that are every several months, usually every third month, like the ones we had with the Chaos tokens, with Picard and everything, because they usually can also get Stella blueprints. And do that after you got your Stella here in the store first, because otherwise there are some issues with Scopely that they mix them up, then suddenly they disappear here and you cannot get the full 100 ones here. Wait until you have your first Stella to get it in the events, but get a second one in the events. That's extremely important, because you can tier up one fully, which means you can get more of those security codes more easily. You can do bigger armadas, etc. And take your second Stella for the regular scrapping. Don't tier it up too high. Well, if you are fast enough, have enough stuff, enough platinum or whatever, then you can tier it up to max and scrap it. But before, use the second one for scrapping. That's one of the most important parts I wanted to mention. Otherwise, that's just a little overview of the faction store. Now you know how you can get your Stella blueprints, and I hope you have some fun with it and have some fun with the totally chaotic Apex event every Thursday. I made a video on that already, but Scopely really has to do something about the respawn times for Eclipse armadas, because they are far too long for chaotic events like Apex, because everyone wants to make armadas and they don't come back. They need ages to come back. So people are sitting on directives they cannot spend during the event. Nevertheless, I hope that was answering all the questions you had when you asked for this video. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.